their latest copy of Groovy Kind of Love. If you haven't, it's on my website. So there we go.
Is there more than one copy there now?
Oh yeah, now we got level 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't have that one. Right.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be sharing it too, so you'll be good to go. Oops. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Okay, so sorry, I had to click on my screen a million times there. What we're going to do is just start off with a just some C or F scales and warm ourselves up. Okay. So I know that when we were doing it before, we were going up here. Okay, and we're going to be doing that again today. So you can just play it with your thumb. You know, we'll just kind of get ourselves lined up, and we'll play a little bit more too. We'll move around. Okay, so F on your second string, fret 1. Okay, and then 3rd fret on that second string. Now moving to the first string open, 2 and then 3. Position shift. So now I've got my index finger on the 5th fret for 5th position, and I'll play 5, 7, 8. Okay, back down, 7, 5. I said 2 here, but it's a 1. It's 3, 1, 0 on the down here. Okay, we got to do this again because 3, 1, 0 here. I haven't had enough coffee. I woke up at 5:30. Finn wanted to go outside and play, so I'm kind of, it's almost like I need a nap now, you guys. Okay, let's do it again. We'll pretend that I didn't play that scale the first time. We'll do it again. Okay, so 1 and 3 on string 2. Now I'm going to do a little finger thing here. I'm going to use my thumb and my index finger and play each one 4 times. So 1st fret for F, 3rd fret. I'm totally focused now. 1st string open, 1st fret. There we go. And then 3rd fret. Position shift. Sounds so much better now. 7th fret. And then 8. Back down to 7. 5. 3, 1, 0. Second string, 3rd fret. And 1st fret for your F. How strong was that coffee? I feel like I totally snapped to attention after I had a sip of it. It is kind of burly, that coffee today. Yeah, it's quite burly. It's quite burly. That's good. It'll keep me awake. 5:30 wake ups are kind of rough, man. Where am I going to put my phone here? I just gotta. Sorry, you guys. There we go. There. Oh, that's better. Okay, so we got our F scale, but really we're using more melody notes than that in the song. A lot of what we're getting is these scale-wise passages. So we're getting that. We do move down a little bit. Let's play down on the 3rd string, 0 and 2. And then add on the 0, 1, 3 on the 2nd string. Because we do get that a lot. So let's play 0, 2, 0, 1, 3 again. 0, 1, 3 on that 2nd string. Then back down 1, 0. Then 2, 0. Kind of warms up our fingers a little bit, right? Gets ourselves thinking about things. I wrote down the rhythm from, remember the chords for the intro of the song? That F, F sus2 back to F chord deal that we had last time. I wrote it down so that we could make sure that we've got that in case we need to refer to that rhythm. What I'm going to do to start off, now that we've played our scale, I am going to just play.
Can you play it through once first?
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to play A Groovy Kind of Love. First, I'm just going to do the first level. We'll review that. And then what I'm going to do is play that, the next one after that. Okay, so just the one from last time. Okay, it's going to sound like this. Right, we've got our F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and C, and 2, and C says 4, F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and C. 1, 0, 3, 1, 0. If you're following me, I'm on bar 11, now bar 12, chorus, I'm going to take the second ending. And now we'll play through it together, okay? To get ourselves going with it. Then we'll do the level 2 one. So this one is like you've got the chording intro and then just simply the melody. I'm going to share the screen. Now, is it okay looking at it this way, or is it better if I have one page at a time? One page? Okay. I'll make it bigger. Okay, is the screen going? It is going black for you guys too. Look at that, eh? All right. It's going to be a bit of a technical test today, but I might just move everything onto my other screen. So we'll see. We'll see how patient I am with this, okay? All right, so we're going to start right at the intro. You're going to make your F chord. Okay. Nope. It's a beautiful gaming monitor I have, but it's being a pain in the behind. Okay, so I'm just going to switch gears here, and I'm going to share it on my little screen, and that's just the way it's going to be. So hang tight, you guys. I need my husband to come out and look at this with me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh well, that's okay, right? All right, do you guys see that PDF now? It shouldn't go all black on us anymore. It should just be okay, I hope. Is that an okay size?
Yes, it's there. Mhm.
Okay, awesome. We'll just leave it like that. I felt like I was holding my breath with the other screen. All right, here we go. So we've got our intro with our F chord. And then the only thing that happens is I lay down my baby finger on the 3rd fret of string 2 to make that other shape of that F chord, which is an F sus2. I've written in the chord names on level 2, so you have more of an analysis of the chords on that next sheet. Okay, so you do F, F sus2, oops, back to F. Okay, here we go, on the F. I'll take it slower now. 3 and 4 and F, 1 and 2, sus4 and 3, back to F, 4. C with the double 3s, 1, 2, now F sus4, back to your F, 1 and 2, sus2 and 3, F. And we're going to play that part again. Okay, make sure we got that intro down. The C, I forgot to talk about that with the 2 3s. Right, then it goes to the F sus4. Right, and then back to the C with the 2 3s. Okay, we'll do it again, and then we'll just keep going. Here we go. 3 and 4 and F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to C. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now back to the F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and verse with C. 1 3 oh 1 3 1 oh 3 1 oh oh 1 oh 2 oh 1. We're on bar 8. 3 1 oh 1 3. Here comes that 5th fret. 3 1 oh 3, line 4. 1 oh 3 1 3 3 1 oh 3 1 3 oh 1 chorus. 1 oh 3 1 oh 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 1 oh 2 1 2 3 4 first ending with that little C chord. 2 1 3 oh 1. Hold on to it while I go up to the top. There we go. Under the F. 1 oh 3 1 under the C. Bar 8. 3 1 oh 1 3. Here comes that 5th fret. 3 1 oh 3, line 3. 1 oh 3 1 3 3 1 oh 3 1 3 oh 1 chorus. 1 oh 3 1 oh 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 1 oh 2 oh 1 2 3 4 second ending. 1 1 1. Did we finish together? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, any questions about this level 1 with the melody? No? Pretty straightforward, right? The only challenge part, I think, is the intro with that F, right? And just feeling that rhythm, you know? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and it's got a nice little floaty feel to it, though. I would recommend just practicing that intro on its own as well as with the song. But let's level it up now. Okay. Now I'm just going to flip over to the next one we got here. Okay, now this one's all on one page, which is kind of handy. And I'll just I won't share the screen yet. I'll just play it so you guys can watch my hand, okay? It's just going to require more clicking now for me. Okay. I've added that intro with the F comes in at the first ending of the chorus now as well. So we're going to start tucking it into different places. If you've looked at the level 2 version, you'll see lots of notes that have brackets around them. Those are ones that I'm suggesting you can play if you want to, but you don't have to in this level. That's what's going on with that. Okay, here we go. change that part there, hey? Fancy ending. There. Okay, so that's what we're doing for level 2. Now, level 2 has got some pull-offs in it that you could do if you wanted to. And what I'm going to do is just play that little part there. So that's under the B flat, add 9, B flat part. So check this out. Instead of just going 3, 1, 0, 3, which was in the first level, play that with me. Okay, you can pick it with your finger or your thumb. Just get the feel of it, hey? So 3, 1, 0, 3 to begin. 3, 1, 0, 3. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is this. 3, 1, 1, 0, 0, 3. So that's what's going on now. We're hanging on to that note. Okay, so 3, 1, 1. Oh, let's do that again. Now 0, 3. Hear how I hit an extra 3 there? So you could play it, the notes like that. If you choose to, though, you could do little pull-offs. 3, 1, 1, 0, and then just 0, 3. Doing the 3, 1, 1, 0 as pull-offs gives it that nice sighing sound that you can get as you're creating this lovely descending melody. Because the the 3, 1, when you take a look at the level 1, you'll see that's under the ing part of breathing. Breathing in. So it's just making the words just slowly sigh and go down. Oh, pardon me. So thinking about that, let's do a pull off from 3 to 1 again. Now 1 to 0. 1 to 0 can be a little bit tricky. Just remember to make that circular shape with your finger when you do a pull off. For anyone that's new to doing that pull off, try not to just lift up your finger because you'll lose that sound. Make sure when you pluck the note, you also engage the pull off finger like that. Okay, so that you're picking the string with this hand as well. So that's going to be like the technical challenge part of this song. This level 2 is, and now I didn't write down the pull offs. It's your choice if you want to do them or not. And if you say to yourself, yeah, I don't know about it there, then may I suggest to do loud, quiet for your notes when you're ready. To get that same idea about creating this singing line. So 3, 1, loud, quiet. Just try that with me, loud, quiet. Okay, 3, 1, and now 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, get that again, the 1, 0, make it loud, quiet. And then 0, 3. So you'll just think about that as we're playing through the song. That's the thing there. So that's bar 11. And Okay, let's address the fancy ending. It's an F arpeggio. So you're going to play your, and this is optional, right? Your F on the first fret of string 2, first string open, 3rd fret with your baby finger, up to your 8th fret. If you can, go down into a bar. Go like that. If bar chords aren't your jam, use the 5th fret of the next string and just pluck those 2 strings. That'll work too. Okay. 1, O, 3, glissando. See how that totally works? So choice is yours as to how far you want to go with that, or if you want to do it. Pardon me. Okay, so what else have we got here? You will see on line 3 of the song, you'll see a 0 with a bracket around it, and on the line below that, 5th fret. I usually take the open there so that I can do a position change. Not always, but you will see me doing that. All right, so I think I've talked enough about this level. I'm going to just bring it up and start playing it with you guys.
Tina,
Yep.
were you just talking about bar 5? No, you said for the bracket. Oh, I see. No, 11. No,
Yeah. 11, where did it
you
go?
said a bracket around 3.
Bracket around the 0 on bar 8. You'll see where there's a 0 on the.
Oh, right.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you say about that, to play it or not?
You can choose which one. It's the same note, but I often use that open as a way to do a position change rather than playing that 5th fret. It'll make more sense when I share the screen, I think. Okay, I'm doing it, sharing that screen. Do you guys see it okay? Yeah, okay, good. Like, All right, so we've got the same intro as before, but look, I've gone through and I've analyzed the whole shebang there so that you know exactly what the chord is that you're playing all the way through. And I think I've got all the chords written in here. The G minor on line 3, that G minor shape might feel a little bit awkward, but just take your time when you're making these different chord shapes and see what you can relate to with that, because it is a triangular shape again. Did you guys want me to try to make it a little bit bigger? Or is it okay? You guys look really busy. Looks like it's okay. All right, let's play through it. Okay, so the intro is the same as before. It's just got the chord names written in there now, so you know for sure what you're playing. If you're not sure about why those chords are named what they're named, then we'll talk about that after we've played through it, okay? Here we go in the intro. 3 and 4 and F. 1 and 2 sus 2 and 3 back to F and 4 and the C with the double 3s. 2 C sus 4 double 3s back to your F. 1 and 2 sus 2 and 3 F back to F and 4 and line 2. 1 2 here we go. 1 3 oh 1 F with the asterisk is that special F where I play that 3rd fret on the top, right? 1 oh 3 1 under the C, all open strings. 1 oh 2 oh line 3 with that little pluck in the F. 3 1 oh 1 G minor. If you make that little chunk of the G minor, you might find that triangular shape looks a lot like a G7, but on the wrong string, the wrong fret. Here we go. 1 2. Now on that next fret, I'm playing the 3 and the 4th string open. Okay, so I pluck those two together so that I have the G sound ringing out while I'm moving up. And I tend to play the 3 in the open, and then on the next beat, I might play that open rather than the 5th fret because it allows me to move my hand into the position I want to go to. Okay, it gives me a little chance to move. Oh, here we go, but your choice, okay? 6, 8, now we've got 5 and 6, and that 4th string open again. Okay. Go. 1, 2, 8, 6, 0 and 3 or 5 and 3. Line 4 with A minor 7. It's not really an A minor 7 now, is it? With that C on top? It's a C chord. 1031. Before we add in any chords, this is that melodic run that I was getting you guys to work on. Okay, so let's just play the melody and ignore the chords on the bottom. Here we go. 3, 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 3 under the C. Okay, let's do that part one more time, that bar under the B flat, add 9. 3, 3, 1, 1, 0, 0, 3. Strum that little C chord. 1, 3, 0, 1 special F under the chorus. 1, 0, 3, 1 little C chord. 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, all the fancy chords here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And next line there. 1, 3, 0, 1, line 2 under the special F. Now I'm plucking an extra note there. Okay, I'm just so you guys know there's a 3, there's your melody note. But take a look at line 2 of the lyrics. There's 2 words there, want to. So that's why you'll hear me pluck that 3rd fret note, that melody note, 2 times, just because I'm singing along in my mind with Phil Collins. So instead of having this as a half note, 1, 2, I'm doing a little strum of the 0, 1, 3 of my special F, okay, right there. And I'm playing the 3 on beat 1 and beat 2. That's all I'm doing there. So let's try that. Strum, hit the 3rd fret again. Here we go. 1, 0, 3, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. Line 3, we're going to do the same idea. 1, 1, 3, 1, 0, 1, G minor. I'm going to wait and make sure everyone's there. Yeah, looks pretty good. Little pluck with 3 and 0. 6, 8, 5, 6 and open. You guys make it there? No? Okay, let's stop. Let's take our time there. Okay, let's go back. Let's just pick this apart. Let's make that G minor chord shape. Okay. I'm using for me, what works for me is I'm putting my middle finger on the 3rd fret of string 4, index finger on fret 2, ring finger on fret 3. Looks just like, that's the shape that works for me. It looks just like a G7 chord on the wrong fret and the wrong string. Hold it for 2 beats. 1, 2, and then I lift off my bunny ear
F-sharp
finger.
minor moved up 1.
What's that?
It's an F sharp minor moved up 1.
Yes, absolutely. Right on, Laurel. Okay, now I play my 3rd fret, my 4th string open. And you can play your 5th fret, or I just pluck that 1st string open. I usually use my middle finger on the 6th fret of that of the 2nd string, baby finger on the 8, because then I can pivot my middle finger. I can keep it there. It gives me a chance to put my index finger down on the 5th fret. And then I play with my baby finger on the 8th fret, middle finger on the 6th, hit the open, 3rd fret, coming down now on line 4. This is A minor 7, but with that melody note, it's just C chord. 1, 0, 3, 1, 3, little C chord. 1, 3, oh, 1 chorus. 1, oh, 3, 1 little C. Oh, oh, 1, oh, 2, oh, second ending on the bottom line there. 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 1, 1, 1, oh, 2, oh, under the F chord there. 2, 3, 4. Let's do the fancy ending. 1, oh, 3, 8. I saw some smiles. Did you guys get the fancy ending? Did it work? Did it work? That's cool. The fancy ending's optional, right? But so that G minor chord, also the F sharp minor chord. If you move it up one more fret, you go to G sharp minor. Right? That just becomes another movable, 3-string movable chord shape. It's kind of handy. So what I want to do is I'm going to stop sharing, and I want you guys to watch how I change my hand shape, or my position when I'm playing that. Just thinking about the transition from the G minor, right, from the open position up to the 5th fret. So I'm coming at it, so I'm just going to play right from the beginning of line 3 for this. Okay, so here I am, line 3, so bar 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, oh, 1. Okay. And that's that 5th position, right? So when I say 5th position, think about having that index finger landing on the 5th fret. That's part of why it's so handy to have your middle finger land on that 6th fret in advance. So again, here I am on G minor. And that open gives me a chance to change, but I'll show you the other way too. Okay. And then you come back down. 8, 6, oh, 3. Okay. But let's say you want to take that 5th fret. Maybe you really like the sound of that 5th fret because it's got a different tone, right? So here I am on G minor. I would play this. Chances are I'd do that. I'd have my 3rd finger on the 3, and the 4th string open, and I'd shift position like that and get my index finger up on that 5th fret. You could probably do a little slide there too, 3 to 5. That would sound kind of neat too, but you'd lose a little bit of the impact of that, the 5th fret note. You could slide up there and then hit it again. But I think probably the best in terms of keeping that melody moving comfortably is to do just a total position change there. That can be a little bit of a trick practicing that, just this position change thing. So I want you guys to do this with me right now. I'm going to make my screen bigger so I can try to watch your fingers while we do this. Make sure you're doing it. Play your 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. 5th fret with your 1st finger. 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. You're going to teeter-totter back and forth a little bit. Back to the 5th fret with your index finger. And let's do it 4 more times. So 3 with your 3rd. 5 with your 1st. Again. Again. And when you're doing it, last time, make sure your fingers land good and close to the frets. Take your thumb along with you for the ride. Okay. Sometimes when people do these position changes, I see this. They kind of they want to keep their finger back here in the first, second fret area. Make sure it goes with you. It's not going to be perfect, but you know, take your thumb along with you. When you get comfortable with it at that slow pace, start speeding it up. But always make sure that your finger lands in an appropriate spot, right? Good and close to the fret. And I'm taking my thumb along with me every time. Something that you might think about when you're doing that is to try not to apply a lot of pressure with your thumb, right? It's sitting back there to support, but try not to really push it on there. That'll help you to feel a bit more confident with taking your thumb along with you. In fact, I would say when I make that position change, my finger, I don't know if I can show you this. Okay, so you can see, I'll try to overdo it. Here I am. And then when I do my position change, see my thumb is still touching the neck, but I've released that little bit of pressure that I have. So that might help too. It's not really showing up that well. I can't really. Pressure, release. So I'm still touching the neck the whole time though, hey? Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, also, like my Batman and Robin shirt. I bought a bunch of shirts from a place or a website called Threadless.
Are you using the index finger or the ring finger?
Ring finger on the 3rd fret, index finger on the 5th fret. Watch this. Here I am on the 3rd fret with my ring finger. Then I change as I go. Making that position change. Yeah, you got it there, Larry. Right on. Yeah, good. Whoops, I went too far. I'm trying to watch my hand on the on the monitor and it went too far. All right, let's. Okay, I've got to make sure. I've got my checklist of techniques that I wanted to run through here. Let me just write them down as we're doing them so they're actually on this whiteboard here. So we reviewed that counting. We did bar 11, talked about the pull-offs that you can add in there. And of course, as usual, there's other places where you can put in pull-offs, but that would be a nice way to work on it using pull-offs on the first string. And it would just, I think it would add to the melody. Or, like I said, loud, quiet on those. And you just read the words of that section to see, you know, where it on the beat is loud, on the ands of those 8th notes would be the quiet ones. And then, okay, so bar 8, position change. I have to buy new whiteboard markers today. They're just at the end. And the fancy ending. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play bar 11 and 12 with the fuller chord sound. Okay, so those are the ones that are in brackets there. They're optional. I made them optional for a reason, and that's because when you add in those notes, it anchors your hand a little more, and it can be a little bit weird feeling to do pull-offs around those. So I want to still sit comfortably, but I want to move my hand closer to the camera so you can watch. Okay, so I'm just going to play that with the anchoring there. Okay, so that's just with plucking, and I am trying to alternate my fingers as I go. So if you can, you don't have to, but if you can, keep down the chords so you can see where, like for the B flat add 9, I'm trying to keep it down for the first 2 beats. And then for the B flat. That can be a little bit tricky, but it's kind of handy to keep it down because you're coming back to plucking that chord again on beat 3. So why not just hold it down there? Now with pull-offs, I'm going to try to show it in a couple of different angles just to make sure you feel confident with what you're doing. So you've approached it, let's see. See how I had to choke up my hand on my neck in order to do those pull-offs? You might have to do the same thing. Now mind you, I'm sitting with my ukulele way up high and everything. I'm going to try to sit more normal. Hang on, let's see what happens when I sit a little bit more comfortably. I still have to move my hand in. Okay? So if you're doing those pull-offs, let's take a look at the one under the B flat where you've got your index finger and 2 and 3 and you're pulling off to open. See how my hand, and maybe not everyone's hand will do this, but I know mine likes to go up like that. I think touch the side of the neck so that I feel like I've got a little bit more confidence with doing that pull off. And you may do the same thing. And then see how my hand angles back to hit that 3rd fret note. And then I've just used my ring finger to hit that 3rd fret note. So then I use it again for the next bar to hit that C. Okay, now I'll do the B flat add 9, then I'll share the music again so we can just play through it and then it'll be all your choice about what you're doing there, right? B flat add 9, I've got these 2 guys here along with my baby finger on that 3rd fret. Hear how quiet my pull off is there? So that's when I choked up my hand like that, then I lost the energy in my baby finger. So watch out for that. You're going to want to have this side of your hand back enough that you've got some energy to do a pull off there. Okay? That's why I have those bass notes as optional, because really, I want you guys to have a chance to work on pull offs there. And if you don't have a lot of bass notes in there, it's okay because the melodic line is so pretty there. It's nice to feature it. Oh my gosh, what a big fat talk about 1 bar of music. Oh. It's worth it though because of the technique, I think. Okay, let's play it again. Okay, here we go. You guys do what you want there. I'm giving you the big talk about the pull-offs and everything. All right, here we go. At the beginning there. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and under the C. 2 C sus 4 to the F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and line 2 1 2 1 3 0 1 special F. 1 under the C. 2 line 3 1 G minor. 1 2 pick 3 and 0. 6 8 5 and 6. 8 6 over 5 and 3. Next line. 1 0 3 1 B flat add 9. 3 1 1 0 0 3 C. 1 3 0 1 chorus. 2 1 0 3 1 under the C. 0 0 drop under the F. 1, 0, 3, 1 under the C. 1, 2, and 1, 0, 2, oh, bar 7 under the F. 3, 1, 0, 1 G minor. 2, pluck 3 and 0. 6, 8, 5 and 6 and open. Right on, you guys. 8, 6, 0, 3 bar 10. 1, 0, 3, 1, 3. C. 1, 3, 0, 1 under the chorus. 1, 0, 3, 1 under the C. 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, oh, second ending on the bottom line there with an F. 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, oh, under the F with 2 and 0. 2, 3, 4, optional fancy ending. I see some smiles, you guys. Awesome. Ah, that's cool. All right, so I saw faces get very focused with the G minor part and extra focused with the B flat add 9 section. You gotta have some hurdles, some technique to work on. But did you hear how the first time I went through, I played, what did I do? I think I did pull-offs in there and added some chords. And the second time I just played the melody by itself. Feel free to change how you play it each time, you guys, depending on how you want to emphasize different parts of the song. Okay. And now I wanted to talk a little bit about the C5 and the C sus4 and all that stuff to make sure that you guys know what's going on with that. So let me just... there, okay. Now we're just going to count on our fingers here. Okay, so I think I talked about it last time about why it's called an F sus4, but I'm going to do it again just so you guys know. Sus means suspended. You're adding in an extra note to the chord that's not normally there. And F sus4, you count up notes on the F scale. F is number 1. 1. Okay, so F, G, A. Oh, it's an F sus2, pardon me. F, G. Did I write down an F sus4? It should be an F2. Let me just double check. No, it is F2. Okay. Have another sip of that coffee. So an F sus2 has a note G in there. A C sus4, C, D, E, F, adds the note F in there. And you'll see that when you look at your chord. Sus chords are wonderful. They add so much color. So if you're playing a song and you've got a lot of C's that ring out forever, maybe you want to add in that C sus4 somewhere along the way. Now, there's another chord at the top there called a C5. Let's count again. C, D, E, F, G. Boom. It just has the notes C and G in it. That's all it is. Okay, so that's a C5 chord. Power chords, for anyone that plays guitar. A power chord is usually indicated as a 5 chord. And you can play power chords on your ukulele too, but that's probably a talk for another day. So that's what it is. If you see a chord that has a 5 next to it, it's going to have the root or the note name of the chord and 5 notes up from it.
Tina, what was the F sus2 again? It's the F chord,
Yep.
the F there.
That's the note G. And that's where we add in that G right there. So a sus2, the second note of the scale.
So it doesn't matter that you lose the root when you're playing that?
Oh,
Not in that case. Not in that case. Sometimes you want to. Sometimes I find that the classic rules that I am used to don't necessarily apply as much as they used to. But in that case, because you're dipping down and going right back to the F, you've really established that sound. Right, like you know what's coming there. So I don't think it's losing that root there isn't as much of an issue as it. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue there. Yeah, it just sounds nice.
That was actually interesting because I learned to play something like that with playing 0013.
0013. Like, oh, this one here. So that's that C sus4, right?
Yeah, but it's also an F5.
F. No, it'd be an F sus2.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's got that G in the bass there.
Okay, because it's got the C.
Uh-huh. It's neat, isn't it? Because these chords can all have different names depending on how you know, the key of the song that you're in and the configuration of the notes. So yeah, right on, Laurel.
my mind's not getting this stupid chord.
Which one?
It's the F sus2. So you've got, this is your G, and you've got it on the second string, on the second fret. G, A, that's A, right up here.
So
F
play
2, so you've got 3. You've got 3. And I got it right.
And all I'm doing is I'm adding my baby finger onto the 3rd fret of string 2. I'll draw it out as a chord chart, okay? That might help.
Because the F is the first, oh, you change the F to the 3,
That's right. Yeah.
like your F chord, right? And then you change that to a 3.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. And then it just goes right back to an F.
okay.
I'll do a quick little chord chart of it so it's on the recording. Oh, hey, I can tuck it in right here. So here's the standard F shape. Right. And then we'll see if this marker has any juice left in it. Oh, good. They're okay for a little while, and then they just keep whatever. They're at the end of their rope here. So adding in that note there turns it into an F sus2. And that's where I just use my baby finger on there. So that's the only difference between those two chords.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I love using different colored whiteboard markers, but I find I can't use red. It just turns everything kind of a pinky color. Oh, okay. So questions about level 2 or about the technique? Like, how are you guys feeling about it?
Tina,
Yeah.
between bar 12 and 13, there's, see, on the A string, this jump between 1 fret and then 3 fret and back to 1 happens repetitively all over. And I feel like my index finger is so awkward.
The 13013?
So when you're at the end of bar 12, your index finger is on 1. Do you bunny hop your index up to the 3rd string or the 2nd string to do that? And then roll it back down?
Oh, I see. Well, it's, I don't hang on to my index finger. Like when I'm doing that 13013,
Yeah.
I do this. I treat them all as individual notes. Are you thinking about keeping your index finger planted on the 2nd string?
Yeah.
When I have that melodic run, I don't do that. I just move it along as if I'm playing a scale. It's those stepwise motions keep occurring, right? Is that the part you're talking about? The one,
Right at the last note of bar 12,
yeah.
on 1.
Oh,
Do you bunny hop it up a string, the index finger?
yeah, like when I go to make that little F chord there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And then do you roll down to 1 again? Or do you bunny hop it down?
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, sometimes I drop it down into that little bar that you're talking about, like roll it down.
Yeah.
I do sometimes. You betcha I do sometimes.
Okay.
What's going on? Yeah.
It just always seems so awkward at the end of 12 to move from A string up to E string. But that's how you do it. You just jump it up, eh?
Well, you know what? Let's just pick that apart a little bit more. Now I'm going to just do a bar because really it depends on how I feel like playing too. You could totally do that, right? You could keep that index finger on the 1 on the second string at the end of bar 12 with the word wood for wood from wooden.
Yeah.
You can keep it right there.
Oh.
And look at that, I just kept it squished down. And I'm just playing that special F as a 3-string F, and then it's just sitting there. Yeah, absolutely you can bar there. Absolutely.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because it's interesting, isn't it? You know, the different ways that you can approach this song. So there's 2 very different ways, treating them like that, or, oopsie. There's nothing wrong with either one, as long as the melody rings out clearly. I mean, that's the ultimate goal with this, is to have a lovely melody. So there's two different approaches there, and everyone's going to think a little differently about it, right? Maybe hold their hand a little differently. But yeah, doing a little bar like that, and also for practicing bar work, that's handy because you don't get that finger crease sitting there, right? Like, it just makes sure that where that finger crease is, sitting back here, so you don't even have to worry about it. Oh, Richard, yes.
Oh, good morning, Tina.
Good
How are you
morning.
today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. You're looking lovely as usual.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Could you just run over the fingering, moving for the very last bar, the fancy ending?
Oh, absolutely.
I just wanted to have a look at your fingering, if you don't mind. It's so lovely, your fingertip.
Oh my gosh. I feel so good. All right. So all I do is I've come here and I'm playing for Groovy Kind of Love, the word love. I've hit my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then what that does is naturally allow me to make the standard F chord shape. I hit my 1, and at that point, I'm probably going to let go with my middle finger. And I take my baby finger up there so that I can comfortably play those 2 notes together, or do the whole bar if I want, whatever I feel comfortable doing there. The fingering for this hand is usually, oh, sorry, you can't even see the hand right now. I just walk up with my index and middle finger. And I hope everybody heard my little glissando. Just a little bit there. Practice
Great,
that
thank
fancy
you.
ending. Yeah, everyone, you're welcome. Everyone practice that fancy ending. Even if you don't use it in this song, that technique is just so good, right? Gets you moving up and down that fretboard, gets you feeling more confident with your fingering. So that'll just be good all around. Now, are there any other questions for today?
Do you make a conscious decision on chords, whether to strum or pick? Or do you have a rule to follow by?
Oh, I tend to,
Strum when it's a half note?
no, with something like this, I tend to take a look at the lyrics actually and decide which, because the strum tends to be a little bit more final sounding. So sometimes, yes, a half note is at the end of a phrase. That might be a good place to do a strum, or a louder pluck. But like, so the words "I can feel your heartbeat," I kind of like to strum there with the word "heart." So depends on what I want to emphasize. I find that strum can be a bit more of an emphasis than a pluck. So it's not really a half. I've just got the music sitting there and I'm looking at it and thinking about it, and it's. I'm not doing a lot of strums in this one, I don't think, not consciously. Consciously, I'm choosing words like heart and the ending of agree. Yeah, I tend to look at it that way more than in terms of timing. It's what do I want to bring out? What I want to have stand out a little bit. So that's more what I'm doing there.
It seems like some of what you did too was like if the next note, if there's a melody note in between the chord and the next note, you're picking that melody note. So you're like strumming and then picking a melody note and then going to the melody note that was already there. That might be different.
Ooh, I like that analysis. And really, you guys, I might play it a little different every single time too. Just keep that in mind, you know.
Like with the on the fifth fret, the F, the special F there,
Mhm.
you're strumming the F and then picking the F, the C note, but the next note in the melody is a B flat. But you're getting so.
Sometimes I roll it.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I roll a chord, it helps to bring out a certain melody note too, hey? Or something else I do, you guys, when I strum, this is going to get all picky here. I take my time strumming and I pluck the melody note just a little bit louder with my thumb. Okay, now I can't do it because I'm standing up. Oh my gosh. There. Just a little bit louder on the when I strum. Just on that first string. Now I can't really do it because I'm thinking about it. But you could try practicing that too, where you strum quiet and a little louder with your thumb, just on that first string. Wendy, bye. I'll see you next time. Wendy's got to take off. Oh, you know what, guys? I should probably go too because I think my sis is. She's waiting to have coffee with me, so I better let her come in. I'm gonna